Okay. Let's figure out what the heck we were doing last time. Speak with Gavs in the shelves. I assume we've done all the missions then. So I guess we're gonna go talk with Gav. Gavna. Hello, Gavna.
Have been up to their old tricks again. Jill looked white as a sheet.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
And Torgal the puppy.
The annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other...
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened. Just when his master needed him the most.
You're right.
Hello.
If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
Bark.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
Buried in my nuts.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shan't be a moment.
I shan't be a moment. It's Mid, Sid's daughter.
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else.
She's so
But I promise
brash.
I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot, starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them.
Make what wonders this world ain't never seen.
Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Kupka.
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
Thanks from before, son. That was a good deed you did me. Only right I do you one in return. Though I did wonder if I'd bit off more than I could chew when Mid showed me her plans for the place. If she hadn't been there to tell me what to do, I wouldn't have known where to start.
Ain't that the truth? Mid's dungeon. Okay. Well, This is a cheery place. Let's get out of here.
I wish.
Oh, I don't know this location very well. Okay.
I think I'll wait till mid's away to take a tour.
Hello, my fat furry chum. Anything for me? Nope. Computer RPG.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute?
Clive.
We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favorite uncle is here!
Your favorite uncle is here. Wahaha!
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, Were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Traditionally, sorry, I just noticed your message. Traditionally, RPGs were pen and paper, D&D style things, and then the CRPGs came about, which is where you could then transfer them and play them on computer. So a CRPG is similar to the paper RPG.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp.
It's been a while.
And await my orders.
Because we definitely did a podcast on RPGs, CRPGs, ARPGs, JRPGs.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
I'm pretty rusty since I haven't researched it in like 2 years, so yeah.
Just one thing after another around here.
So kind of close to what I said. I was just going off of what I could just briefly glean the differences between RPGs and CRPGs.
Ah, my dear nephew. How I've missed you.
My dear nephew.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
No, I know.
The good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most...
I got distracted by the story.
As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith.
No.
Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly.
Gladly.
There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
Gav is just like, what am I gonna get paid?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial.
What is a
to her
TT
ambitions beyond
RPG?
Ash. Yes.
That's one version I have not heard.
The Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea.
Tabletop, okay.
So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde? To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance? No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
I would stake your life on it, not mine.
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Be quick about it.
Mid's finished outfitting a little workshop I hear.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal.
Yet.
All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lancer and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
The Desert Hare.
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
The new
Thanks.
Sid.
I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm
Thank
leaving you two in
fuck
charge.
for that.
You can count on us.
What, you got a problem with our uncle?
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Who's this blue blood?
What do you reckon Mid's going to make next?
Hello,
Is
Karen.
it business or pleasure? You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Then don't offer me such great stuff at little cost.
You'll not find a better price than that.
What do you need?
I love that we have someone named Karen and then someone named Blackthorn.
How am I meant to do that then?
So no matter what I need.
That it?
Whatever.
Fine.
Whatever.
Sid's going to find Kupka.
I love fantasy names sometimes so much. Blackthorn.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
We shall away. So there are 3 more mother crystals to destroy.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Riddle of the Suns. Okay.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark them well, Clive.
It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
I've already started looking at mods for the Final Fantasy games. Just get an idea of what we got available for 15 as well as 13. Just so that we'll be ready. Of course. Looks like one of the complaints people have for 15 on PC is the fact that they very poorly ported over all the FMV and audio. Which, to be honest, I'm not surprised about that fact. If I know anything about Square Enix and ports, it's that they're lazy.
Get him! Over here! This area's finest.
I'd love it if it wasn't true, but it is 100% true. It's like, if you're putting the money, time, and effort into porting it over to PC, just don't be lazy about it. You're gonna get more sales and happier customers if you didn't have as many fucking issues.
I can't see a thing.
Come, Clive. Let us turn back before we lose our way.
Go for it! Get him! Over here! Now, Torso! Fine work, my boy!
Fine work, my boy! The real question is going to be, are they going to eventually port 16 to PC? Despite, you know, the director for the game saying flat out he is never going to port this game. I'd say about 6 years was gonna take them to decide to port it. But yeah, no, I also agree. They will absolutely port it. Though I do wish they'd go back to the traditional RPG style. I'm sorry, I like it more than this ARPG shit show. Like, where's my strategy? Push the buttons faster. That's the strategy. Hit them harder. Where's my ability to buff and debuff? Like, I literally just beat Dragon Quest Monsters Caravan Heart, like, yesterday for recording. And, like, I remember it being fairly tough because that's my usual strategy in RPGs is just hit them harder. Don't care about anything else. Well, guess what? I actually devoted towards getting some kind of support system this time. And guess what? It was fucking easy. Who would have thought if you actually support yourself, it'd be easier? But like, I don't even have that choice in here. It's like, hit them hard or, oh yeah, hit them harder. I don't have healing. Torgal's healing sucks. Other than that, it's use potions, which, hello, I might need them later. So don't use potions. I don't know. I grew up and realized it's actually important to not just punch harder, I gotta heal harder and support harder. A salamander?
Over here!
Easy. Simple. Clean. Hello, you stone statue. I don't know what you do yet. I'm sure we'll find that out much later. Maybe. It's called the Hand of Titan! Anyway. But I do know that the old style of RPG for Final Fantasy is never coming back. It's what they have claimed. We'll see if their continued abysmal sales in Japan will support that, though. Because I'm pretty sure the Japanese players don't enjoy this ARPG style. Western audiences like it. Not me. But I'll play it anyway because it's not the worst style to play. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Many years ago, when you were just a boy,
They could still keep tweaking
you
it.
and I rode this way, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Great Strand.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed their wheels and sat in the sand, falling. Kill! This one.
Man, it is absolutely insane. In the next 6 months, not only will we have gotten Final Fantasy 16, we're gonna get Final Fantasy 7-2, Dragon Quest Monsters 3, and Dragon Quest 12. It is a good year to be a Japanese lover. Yeah, good to be me. I wanted to say Japanese like RPG lover, but like I shouldn't use that phrasing. A Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest lover. A lover of the Japanese style games. I don't know. It sounds so bad no matter which way I say it. So yeah, just a Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest fan. Some of the older series, really. I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy's older than me. Yes, I know. I know. I realized it as I said it. I was an idiot, okay? I get it. Delete it! Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure
The ruins are the inn.
Farewell.
that, Final Fantasy is older than me. I think I'm barely older than Dragon Quest. I believe. You'd have to look up when the first Dragon Quest came out. It's in the 90s. I'm pretty sure. I could just be completely wrong on both of those accounts, too. Could you check when the first Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest came out? Actually, it would probably be Dragon Warrior. Not Dragon Quest, but... only became Dragon Quest much later on. Oh, wow. Dragon Quest is much older than I expected. I love that. All right. May 27 of 86. Uh-oh. Hey, look. We found ourselves a bounty. Hello, big guy. You're not like the Adamantoise in 15, right?
Well, Clive, looks like you're gonna need me to make this hard.
87. Damn. So Dragon Quest is the older series. I did not expect that. Ow, my ankles! Yeah. Right. The only Final Fantasies that actually have sequels would be Final Fantasy 4, 10, and then 13. I think I also mentioned this, but I'm pretty sure 16 is actually going to be the last Final Fantasy game with the name Final Fantasy. Alright, let's think. It would have to be most likely NES. I'm gonna guess. Kind of wrong. SNES then. Unfortunately, I don't know which games were on the SNES. I'm leaning towards... Oh, by the way, that's what Torgal looks like when he transforms. He's got magic. I'm gonna say 4. I was leaning between 3 and 4. Five? Interesting. The one I really like. Interesting. I would never have guessed 5. I'm honestly shocked they came out so quickly together, you know? Six was the last SNES game, and 3 was the last NES game. Nice! Nice. Scarletite!
It should have stayed in its shell.
I did not know 5 spawned a short anime. Oh, there is actually something I want you to look up. Because I thought something was an anime coming out, but it might be a Dragon Quest game. Look up Dragon Quest Infinity Stratos. That's cool though. Final Fantasy Legends of the Crystals. If I remember, 5 was also the last one that had crystals in it.
This one.
3, 4, and 5 were the trilogy about crystals. We're gonna ignore the Crystarium and the giant crystal in 13 for this, though.
Your father took a knock or two.
It's either Infinity Stratos or Infinite Stratos. But there is a Dragon Quest game. Or anime. Or both. Infinity Stratos, Dragon Quest The Adventure of Dai. I know The Adventure of Dai is an anime. But I saw an ad for something about a game. Which is the reason I was asking.
Let's try.
Oh, I think it was the anime then that came out already. Because I remember The Adventures of Dai at some point. Alright, it's on Steam, so I'll have to look into that. Whew. Thank you. My issue is I get so distracted with so many things I would need to do that, like, I get something, I'm just like, oh man, I need to look into this. Immediately forget. Yeah, that adds up. Because I remember hearing about it back when we were playing Dragon Quest, shoot, what was the, mobile game that you and I were both playing for a while? Starry Skies? Strat of the Stars? Sacred Stars? Starry Stars? Yeah. Something, something. Because, yeah. I guess that was, 3 years ago. And the only reason that game's basically imploded was because, oh yeah, COVID happened. Whoops! New game.
So, Lord Cook has finally made his move.
Yes. Nice try.
It is so much harder to guess when games came out back in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, because they could crank those games out in a year. Alright, so Dragon Quest 1 came out in 86. I'm trying to refresh my memory on which games I've seen people play on older consoles. It's definitely before 7, because 7 was a PS1 game.
Over here.
I'm between... I don't remember if 6 was a... I'm between 5 and 6. Leaning towards 6. I'm just trying to remember which console 6 was out on. I'm gonna go with 6. Because I'm pretty sure that came out on the console I'm thinking about. And then it was remade like once or twice. Also, weren't the Dragon Quest games like given different numberings in Japan versus in America? Or no, that was also Final Fantasy. Super Famicom and then re-released. So was I right?
Get him.
95. So it was 5 then, wasn't it? Dang it. Interesting. I was close, though. I was close. I'll take it. Also on the Super Famicom. I don't even think I know what the Super Famicom looked like. Because Famicom wasn't Nintendo, was it? I don't think so. I think it was its own thing.
Over here. Get him. Attack. This one. This one.
The Famicom was redesigned to be the NES. Okay. So it was a precursor to the NES. That's cool. Short for Family Computer. I did not know Famicom was Family Computer. 8-bit computer and video game console released by Nintendo. I feel like I should have known the Famicom was Nintendo, but I also didn't, so.
There she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. quick drink before we press on?
A quick drink. Thinking about all the Nintendo systems I have and what I'm missing, I think I'm only missing 3 or 4 total handhelds or consoles now. Not very much left.
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Luda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them?
Shall we join them?
Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Oh. Poor puppy. He's a tundra wolf in the desert. As the Super Famicom. Right.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Girl!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
My squire? Oh, they're so close to each other, they don't even know it. Joshua? The after years?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. You must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Well, this could be an awkward meeting. Look how close they are. Oh, yes. I am familiar with Tornico's Mystery Dungeon.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand. I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us.
We've a long way to go. Hey, you!
Interesting.
Uncle? Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here.
Oh, I didn't know about Genghis.
Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
Up.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Stay back, Uncle. Gotta protect the food, you know.
It's the outlaw.
Try it.
Bravo, my boy! Just like
You.
Easy. That is a young Genghis. But absolutely a gremlin. Agreed. Makes sense.
for your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine. Yeah.
She really doesn't know it's his brother. It's so funny how close they are. And yet so far. Not only his brother, but his uncle.
Clive?
He did know.
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Byron's just like, oh, come on, nephew. Just tell me.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Rawlers said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Kneaded to a silken softness, like eating a clam.
Once you go flat,
The most fragrant herbs and
The finest fabric.
then you're like a pancake. That's how the phrase goes, right? Once you go flat, you're like a pancake. You
Clumsy lout.
Me too.
Forgive me, my boy, but is this not the way we came? Drink. Fang is to the south. 'Tis meet that you should wish to explore the world a little, but pray take pity on my poor feet.
It builds character, Uncle. Strawberry.
All right.
Get him!
Though, unfortunately, in my opinion, most strawberry pancakes are not made very well, and the strawberry is just incredibly warm and mushy, which is not really what I'm looking for. Like, I want a subtle strawberry taste with some strawberry in it, but like, usually, if you get the pieces too big, they don't cook well enough, and then it's just a mushy strawberry, and it's just like, you know what I mean? Fair. Do you eat strawberry? Or not? I just asked. Banana? I literally was gonna ask about banana, and then I saw you, and then I saw again the word strawberry where you said I don't eat strawberry, so I substituted the word banana for strawberry, and I'm just like, fuck. Or strawberry for the word banana. Whatever. I don't care. I don't know. Words are difficult in my brain.
Over here!
But don't you think a cooked banana, if the pieces are too big, it's kind of just warm and mushy and not really good? You gotta get like the right size, because if it's too small, it doesn't really permeate the flavor. So you gotta get the right size so that it gets baked well and everything. No? That's literally just me who has issues?
Turn around, friend. There's nothing back there but a pack of bloodthirsty.
Well, that's the issue I've had with strawberry cooked into things, so. Or maybe I'm just a picky bitch. It's one of the two. It's like with applesauce. I hate chunky applesauce. I also don't like apple pie.
Stay down.
Uh-huh. It's a warmer applesauce because it's like freshly made. We actually made it in school once. We all brought in like apples and things, and then we cut them up and cooked it and everything to make an applesauce, but it was a chunky applesauce. But I hated it. I don't like chunky applesauce.
This one.
But yeah, I don't like apple pie because I just don't like warm chunks of fruit.
All yours, Torgal. Nice try. This one.
I like pumpkin pie. Because as we all know, pumpkin is a fruit. I also like pumpkin seeds. Baked pumpkin seeds are so good. Yeah! It's one of those things that people are like, no, it's a vegetable. No. Close, but no. I like random food facts, like a banana is a berry. I'm pretty sure that was right. Isn't it? Banana is a berry, but a strawberry is not a berry? Or something like that? There's some weird fruit that shouldn't be a berry, but is, and some berry that's called a berry, but isn't. Oh, of course! It's not really pumpkin pie unless it's like 80% whipped cream. Let's be honest here. I like whipped cream with a side of pumpkin pie. Banana is botanically a berry. Yes, I was right. I remembered things I'm a did yes. Botanically, it is a berry. That's all we need to know, okay?
Is it business or pleasure? Go on, then.
I mean, that was the only point I was trying to say. It is, you know, laughs maniacally.
What do you want?
Why is everybody so mean to me?
No scratches, all right? That it? Fine.
Why is the tavern shut?
Well, yeah, of course.
My carpets have
The most
No.
fragrant herbs and fresh bread.
And a ketchup is not considered a smoothie.
Plates and pots!
I obviously know that, you know, what it is considered botanically and everything is completely different to how we actually consume it.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust.
But would you like some smoothie instead?
By guile, then.
No. I would like a smoothie and some ketchup.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means. The wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
That is exactly what I mean to do.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang in a time.
Not at all,
my lord. thank you for your custom.
I obviously know that, like, you know. What? Everything about the banana and the strawberry and even the nuts, you know, are all technicalities. But you know what I say about technicalities. I fucking love them.
I need to drink.
Let me treat you.
Right. I know nuts are seeds. Yes, the almonds are a technicality. Sorry. Aren't cashews also seeds? Oh, nut. I don't even think I have the... Wait.
Nut.
Got you. I forgot about that. I forgot about
Anything I
that.
can help you with,
1000%.
Allow me.
Thank you.
My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Nope.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh,
I don't really know.
You happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No. I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
What you
I
want?
won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
Yep.
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig.
That
He's
is
got all
on
the right
here.
ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
My scene switches, my face cam movements, all of that's up here. Even switching between YouTube and Twitch.
Likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Do you not remember when we were setting up my new stuff and everything? All that's done on my stream deck. Cam switch, scene switch, starting the stream, recording the stream. My emotes are on here. That's really all I have currently on my stream deck.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's family.
I know I could use it more. I just don't really know what else I can do with it, though, to be honest.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you kindly.
Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furder knows.
Wait, incense! What candles?
Excuse me. Are you Furder?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the Desert Hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the Bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
The Bordello. What?
I think we can trust
is a Bordello?
Only as far as I think he trusts her.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it. Get him! This one.
Farewell.
Farewell. By the way, I still don't know why anytime I go to the, you know, the ending screen for DBD, it takes like 10 seconds. Still no clue.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Furder?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with a blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the Men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord.
Yes.
To the Lock of Leisure, then.
Of course. Another
To the Lock of
brothel.
Leisure.
The Lock of Leisure. It could be the Rock of Pleasure, but no, it is the Lock of Leisure. To make it that LL.
It would make
The finest.
Is this the place?
Ubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, He's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it.
Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing.
Nothing.
I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
I bid you
What
adieu.
trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you.
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play.
Byron, you
Let
are
us
literally
divide our
be
forces, Clive.
dragged
I'd rather
around.
not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
Good luck, Uncle.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil. Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
Don't let me keep you from your work.
A deposit. Take a sniff, good sir.
Needed for a silken soft.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use.
Doubtful.
He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
The finest fabric!
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
The man who broke all of our furniture.
Let me treat you.
Huh?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
He's about to get his ass robbed.
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians.
Ruffians.
They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ah, that preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face.
He probably knew what the issue was. He just had no way of handling
I
it.
arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
My assumption is gonna be it is, yeah. A location I'd already cleared out. That's where the dragon was.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course.
What was all that crashing and banging about?
Oh, Miss Ambrosia, because we're calling her in 3, a 2, a 1. Burp!
Run like the wind.
I'd like to point out we're still somehow slower than Torgal and our uncle. Meh. I'll find him on the way back. Ooh, there's a shiny right there. What's your favorite color chocobo that you've seen in the series? There's been lots of them. 13, 2, and 3 had the most colors that I've ever seen in the games, but, you know.
I'll take it from here.
Red, white, yellow, blue, green, purple. Yeah, the OG yellow's a pretty good color. Hey, nothing wrong with the original.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought
It is
your
the
contribution?
chocobo. Correct.
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like
Also
to see
yellow.
the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Royalists?
Why? To collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
So it
My
would
lord,
seem.
what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business.
Not here to do
Kill them
business.
Over here! Fire and flame!
It's not over yet,
uncle! I'm just getting warmed up!
This one. This one. This one.
Nice.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
The whole
Long
time.
enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly. Buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates.
Degenerates.
Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second
Is a Clive.
I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades.
Comrades.
And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
Was I really
And my
so
name is
obvious?
not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much.
Greybeard.
Double the...
Here, wear this. Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
He's back in bed with Sid.
Omia Lostelan. Tuisa Achilles.
What would you do if you had an owl that had eyes like that?
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Come on, Uncle. Why do we have to drag our uncle with us? I'd rather do this solo than with him.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My
The men of
carpets
the rock are
have
carting
pride
off
of
Those for themselves?
I've never even forged a button. Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I.
Oh, wait. Are you Clive?
Are you Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice.
True.
Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack my bags.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So,
I'd be a fool.
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalamil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? Well, there's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan.
All
Let's get to
right.
it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
Yar, yar, la 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 la.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I'd better get to it.
Is it true what I'm
The
hearing?
finest fabric.
It will make us
Fragrant herbs and fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
A knife that stays sharp. Well, no shit, Sherlock.
Everything I've worked for. How, Rocky, all those years of toil,
Every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed.
Leave me be.
On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalimil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
All right. I'll go and take a look.
Wonderful. It's not far.
Wonderful.
Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
His very life. Oh.
Silver platter, hanging lantern. Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
We'll make our way back to the family.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
What is it?
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
All business, eh?
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Just look at the... Kneaded to a silken softness.
My carpets have pride of place.
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalimil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalimil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something.
Right,
something right in front
of
of
our
noses,
noses.
most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light. Meaning someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favorite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
Well, off he trots. And off we trot.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but...
You tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Impurities?
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me, but...
Can you find some limestone?
Limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are. I'll see you shortly.
No, I'll see you shortly. Okay. So everything we need is down in this location where... Adoo, badoo. Oh, by the way, I got a multi as a pet today. An Eidolon.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
Yes, they're quite sorted.
Lights and pots! Sweet incense!
We should get going soon.
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Tolmeki and Walud are allies, and as you've seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. that you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
We don't.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
One rock looks a lot like another. Hopefully this is what Sava needs.
We'll return to Sava here soon.
Come on, girl, the gate's open now. We can press.
How do? Trader, are you? Seeking your fortune.
What the hell are those things?
I really do wish we had a mini-map. Because I hate constantly having to open my map to check to see where we are. I have a general idea of where I need to be going, but the mini-map really helps.
Broken down, you say? From the weight of its load.
Get that damned wagon fixed! Unless you'd rather our men in Dalamil starved.
The axle's gone, Captain. There's nothing I can do.
Something awful's taken up residence in the springs.
Just a couple of bombs, no biggie.
By the flames. That explains the heat.
They're called bath bombs.
All yours, Torgal. This one. This one. Over here. Finished.
Out of the frying pan.
Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
I saw with my own 2 eyes what you did to those devils down there.
Come on, girl, again.
We should get going soon.
Finally, we'll be able to get
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your... There he is. The man. I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something new to worry about. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Here, a small something by way of thanks. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day might yet be salvaged.
He probably gave us a pittance. He didn't even give us money. For the fact that we just saved his entire business in existence, he gave us no money. He gave us a necklace and a material.
Fresh bread.
Nightly.
From the
Dark.
oven.
Fresh from the grill.
Take a sniff,
It
good sir.
would make us
The finest fabrics!
fresh from
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
You are one of the good ones, you know that? You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now,
All the lime.
time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for. That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalimil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava: know your customers.
Know your
Yes, Forge Master.
customers.
This is just about passable. But only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
An absolute fortune.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalimil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.
I got a coin made out of goblins. Or is it a goblin made out of coins? Or the more better answer is it just a coin with a goblin on it? I like the idea of a coin made out of goblins. Honestly.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Silver.
By the way, Cozy, did you hear what I said when I told you the pet I got from Eidolon to die?
We should get going soon.
I got a multi.
Are you looking for something in particular? My thanks.
Multi. The volcano. I was just happy it was something new. Don't know. Skills, AFK skills, I think? I don't remember. Something I'm not currently utilizing, I believe. I just took a brief look at it and then moved on, because I don't think I was impressed.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
There it is!
Who will be hiding inside?
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle.
What is it?
Please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed.
Why not?
You,
I'm not gonna be there for like months.
Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
Of course.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you.
Kuka. I was expecting some flashes. Like flashbacks, flash forwards. Okay, yeah. Nowhere else for us to do but go into Drake's Fang. That's not bad. Pretty good. But like, not like right home good. It passable.
Fuck! Why do they start? What has that gutter rat done to me? of my sight, wench! I'll kill you, Rossfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A Mother Crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo?
I think the Waloders are behind a lot of the conflict.
Stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did.
The Waloders are behind so many things.
Benedict. I'll do it. My love.
I think they are conspiring with Ultima.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the light. Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
Yup. I was right. Mythos is here. Blood. They look like tapirs. At least their face do. Ah, it's the mask. Sorry, tapir, not tapir.
Did the royalists bring them from Ash?
Into the darkness.
Are the beastmen part of the Waluda army now? How the hell did that happen? They've spotted us. Entire mine. All yours, Torgal. Over here.
Something was made to be broken. What is it, the game?
So much for the men of the Rock. Dalmekia's finest.
Which means I think Annabella's also on the side of Mythos. Or not Mythos, we're Mythos, Ultima.
This one. This one. Over here. It's over. All yours, Torgal.
Not the button I wanted to hit. That's gonna be a Ripperino. Okay, cool. You can't cancel it. Well, whatever. We usually don't start off a fight with that anyway, so.
Stairs. This must be the way out.
Stairs.
Over here. Stay.
Okay. Oh.
I won't be sneaking past this one. How did it get in here? This one. Get him. This one. Torgal, kill! Get him! Local! Over here!
Now, Torgal. I expected something.
flames.
Come on, Torgal.
By the flames.
Kupka never did do things by halves. As if taking the Mother Crystal to his own wasn't enough. He had to build his castle in it.
Oops. I failed that. QTE.
Let the trial begin.
What the hell?
With me, Torgal.
The Undertaker.
This one.
Nice try.
Easy. Woof woof.
Seems we're expected.
So this is the power of Mythos.
So this is the power of Mythos.
orcs do this too.
Welcome back. It's now essentially confirmed by me, not the game, that the Waluders are working with Ultima and manipulating so much behind the scenes. And I suspect as well that Annabella is as well.
All of them. All yours, Thor. Enough. This one. Stay down. Get him. Over here. What the hell is going on? These things here for me. Over here. Get him.
Some opponents can use bravery, eh?
Time to fight. Over here!
Why can't I get a bravery cast on me?
All yours, Torgal. Second. It's over. Come on, Torgal. This one.
Bum 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 bum.
First orcs, now these nightmares. Is this your doing, Ultima? No holding back.
that's where we came from. Silly me. Okay, not there either. Ah, there were stairs! Or did we come up the stairs? Yep, we came up this way. Oh. There's a door right there. Silly me!
You've been busy, Kupka. But where did you go? The heart. He's in the sanctuary. I can feel it. Come on, Torgal. Just what I needed. This one. Get him.
Hi, bud. Hi, bud.
Get him! Now, Torgal! Get him!
That had better be the last of them.
Benedicta, my everything. I've missed you so much. Kuka! I swear to you, my love, we will never be parted again.
What's wrong with him?
He is completely delusional.
traitor! I'll kill you, Roswell!
Oh shit, he's priming. No, not now.
That sound is deafening.
Come on.
Okay.
Find him. You've done this before. You can do it again. Let the flames burn within you. No. Let them burn without.
Come to me, Ifrit!
Handless Titan. Handsome Titan.
if you can do it, then so could I!
Brimstone. That's a big stone.
Let's give this a try. Not bad. Our first hit of damage, though. Well, that's not good. Oh. Found
Well, the music just got great. This is just a giant glorified cinematic at this point. I'm not doing anything. Oh, now I am. Ow. Look how tiny we are in comparison to the giant. Mid-air parkour! Parkour! That was 631,000 damage. Look how much damage we did to Titan Lost.
I've got you now. Uh-oh.
bombs down. One head to go. $2.7 million. Nice. Hey, hey! Whoops, didn't hold that long enough, Mama. I'm doing great, how are you? I've only been fighting Titan for like, what, 30 minutes? At least that's what it feels like. This has been like a 4-phase boss fight. Well, that's good. Big old hammies. Maybe he actually died this time. Oh, good. We got a spoil screen. That means he should die, right? Maybe? I don't know. At this point, if he doesn't die, I wouldn't be shocked. That noise is horrible.
Is that you, Ultima? What do you want?
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished. With every sip you take, you grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will. Accept us, Muthos. It is inevitable. You were created for this purpose, and you shall serve it.
Never!
Fight it, Clive! Don't let him in!
Consciousness. We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter. The time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
We will contemplate.
Thank you, Joshua.
One can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood than one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was full of rocks after all.
Full of rocks.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty.
But Mythos is stronger. For 5 years, that man lived only for revenge. Clinging fast to a fiction, even as it swept him into the abyss. One cannot change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
Hugo Kupka, the man who gave his life for a woman's head. A fool like all the rest.
That the death of a mother crystal should be so beautiful.
Maybe the loaders are not on the side of Ultima. Curious indeed.
Some medicine, my lord?
Medicine.
I have salves, potions, anything you need.
Stop bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmex suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that,
Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope. Forgive me, Terence. That you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
Shocked I haven't heard uproar for this scene yet.
Should the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
Would that I could avoid doing battle at all.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
What is it?
Olivier has been made Emperor. What is the meaning of this? My father's orders. What were they? Quickly!
Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and...
Ah! Terence.
Yes, my prince.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
What is it now?
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
I know you.
At ease.
I know
stand
you.
In the presence of the Phoenix. You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
That we won't get to hear. Fuck off, game. Secrets! And then more cutscenes. A little bit of gameplay just to do more. They could have just transitioned us here automatically. No. You have to move to here. Fuck off.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
Oh, no surprise.
Clive, you're back.
I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more.
Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
Not intentionally.
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure.
I like how she has a glove
Not
on one
leaving me
hand.
behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto. Any word on the Royalist movements since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know,
Go have a word with Vivian.
Thank you. I will.
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident Physica suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map?
Then my map, it is a very big picture.
The kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waluda standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the royalist betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case.
You've got work to
The
do.
people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw. Especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are.
Sentimental animals.
Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Yar. Ooh, 4 more hunts. Soul Stingers. The Breaker of Worlds. S rank.
How may I help you today, Clive?
410. 550. 715.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Let's talk with Karen and Blackthorn, and then probably get close to ending it right there. It did indeed teared you up.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though.
Don't let it go to your head, though.
Well, don't just stand there gawping.
Gulping.
You'll not find a better price than that. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way. And what?
Come again, or don't.
It's a relief.
Feels like we can breathe again, no more living in
Thank you,
fear.
Clive.
I know I don't say it often, but I mean it. For many here, every other worldly woe paled in comparison to the threat of Hugo Kupka. Now he's gone, we'll finally have time to devote to everyday gripes and grumbles. And as the captain of this little ship, I'm sure you'll be on the receiving end of more than a few. Aye.
Nice to have a bit of good news for I don't say it.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
A noose.
What do you need?
Oh, you need
Good bloody riddance.
There was ever a man who deserved a rusty knife in the gut. It was that prick. Not that I'd let you carry around a rusty knife. His death won't bring back the people we lost, but it'll ease a few hearts. Yeah.
So, what'll it be?
A diamond sword. 265, 265. Okay. A diamond sword, a diamond sword. What do I need for a diamond sword? White worm bones. Okay. Earthen Fury one. Enhance one. Diamond sword doesn't require either of those. Oh, okay.
You can thank me later. Yeah, that should do you.
Silken sash won't do a whole lot for us. These diamond armlets, well, also won't do a whole lot for us. What am I even wearing right now? Drake Slayer bracelets.
Anything else?
Maybe that's
The state of our coffers is anything to go by?
Another missive from Jill? No. Sid the Second. I trust you will forgive me for putting you and your dear uncle to the test. I am confident that a man of your position can understand the importance of earning one's trust, especially in times like these. What it is worth, you now have earned mine, and I can assure you it shall not easily be relinquished. May this be the start of a fruitful relationship. Yes. Alright. So then I guess when we come back next week, we will do our, like, 4 or 5 hunts. And then continue going on. I think, yes I do. Alrighty then. Then I am gonna call it right here. So, anyway. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And until the next time, everybody. Stay funky, people.